this is obviously a few days after the first video that I recorded. And I don't know if I'm gonna add this in that video or make this its own video. So if you watch the first one, then you'll get this one. If you're watching the same video, then you obviously get it. In the previous video, I mentioned that I bought a journal. And I bought this journal almost 2 years ago. And I didn't write in it. But then I went through something with the same person and I started to write in it. And I actually found it today when I was cleaning out my car while looking for something in the back of my car. And on the front of the journal it says be brave, and then my name's on the back. I didn't write in this journal a lot. I didn't, because I don't know why. But all I know is today when I open this journal, for one it said to him. So eventually, so obviously at the time I wrote this, I don't know, maybe I thought I was gonna write down all my feelings and maybe give it to him, I don't know. But I crossed it out and I put the start date and I said, for this book is for the new me to read over and over, to read once, I feel like I completed this part and to start a new one that'll help me with other things. So, entry number 1, I wrote that today, but as you guys can see, this book, entry, journal, whatever, it started, and I don't know if you guys can see that, in 2018. It was February 12th, the first day. Ouch. February 12th, 2018, when I wrote in this book for the first time. And you guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I opened this book and I sat down and I read the things that I said and the things that I were going through, it was just like a dose of reality. A dose of reality slapped me in my face. It was like I was living the same, I don't know how to explain it. It was just so weird. But it wasn't weird in a bad way. It was weird in a weird way. Like when I read it, obviously I was emotional because I was just like, here it is, a year and some change later, and I find myself back in the same situation with the same person, and it's just like, it was just different though, because I just feel like because that chapter is finally over, it was just different. And I feel like another thing, when I read this, I feel like a lot of what I wrote focused on my emotions and like what that person did wrong and what that person could have definitely done better to make the relationship work or to make me happier. Or it was just, when I read it, was just very selfish, very selfish. And it was just very selfish. But it was also a lot of things though I feel like I needed to see. It was just like history repeating itself, and it's just like, how much can you really take? I'm not gonna read anything, but I'm just gonna show you guys some things. Like this was the first entry. It was I ripped it. It was 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 3.5 pages front and back. The first entry was so very long. Then you guys, I was just going through things because then the next day I had wrote another entry, which was the 13th, but it was just like a paragraph. It wasn't really much of nothing, but you can't expect every time you're writing it for it to be a long book or whatever. And then this was Valentine's Day. Now, I wrote this in a red pen, and I wanted to point this out because it was really, really rare. It was Valentine's Day of last year, and I didn't really remember, but I remembered. Once I read this, I remember exactly how I felt. I remember exactly what happened. I remember exactly everything. And one of the things I stated is I was writing. I want to read it actually. I basically said that I was writing in red pen for a reason. Obviously because I was hurt, and you know, I just wanted the person to know that they hurt me. And then I said to myself, then I said, on this day, like, this person did some things to me or put me through some things that, you know, made me feel so very bad. And then I was just thinking to myself also, like, if Valentine's Day of last year, the year before, because last year was 2019, but the year before I felt like this, and I felt so heartbroken. Like, even though I feel like at this point I thought I really was heartbroken, but this pain and the things that I'm going through now is just definitely different and harder. I just don't understand, why did I do it again? But then I wrote on the 14th, and then the next time I wrote was the 17th. And I wrote, I'm writing in blue pen today because I feel better. The red pen represented my hurt. So I feel like that was like pretty like cool to look back on and be like, you know. And then obviously, I don't know, I didn't write any more things, and then me and that person happened to get back together, so I just felt the need not to write anything, or I didn't have I don't know, I was just so focused on so many things. I feel like, and that right there showed me a lot of things too. Like, I truly do enjoy, I wish I could show you guys my phone, like some of the things that I write. Like, I write poems on my phone, I write all types of things on my phone, and I write, like a lot of things, but I'd rather write it on paper. I've also written some of these things on papers and notebooks, but I obviously lost the papers. That's why I wanted a journal. I'm sorry, to keep these things. And me just stopped writing like how I was feeling or the changes that I was making because I got this person back in my life also showed me something, like, you know, how many times I lost focus on myself and the things that I like to do. And so then, as you guys can see, it's September 23rd, 2019. It's my first 2019 entry. And I started off with wow. All I can say is wow. Here it is over a year later, and things are so very similar. I sit here and I'm so confused about my emotion. This journal is real. So let's get caught up. And then I just got caught up on like the things of today. And then I wanted to take some of the, I don't know if you guys can hear that, I'm sorry, it's the ambulance. I live like right up the street from the hospital. But I want to take like a few of my personal, you know, journal entries or whatever you want to call them, and I want to transfer them from my phone into my journal because I just rather have them in here because I feel like this is more personal. Like, granted, nobody can get in my phone, but you know, people just be in your phone looking at pictures and stuff like that. So I just rather have that here. I'm not gonna read any of this stuff because I feel like some of it is personal, and who knows, maybe a year from now, maybe I'll read them and be like, you know. But like I was saying earlier too, one thing I definitely have noticed is from February. From February, I already forgot the day, you guys. From February 12, 2018 until today, which is September 23rd, 2019, that I did realize, like, I was very focused on what that person was doing wrong and not focusing on myself enough with anything. And that's not to blame them because it's not their fault, you know. I feel like that happens in relationships a lot. And I feel like another thing, when you're such a caring person and you just gotta go hard. You're not saying that, you know, other people ain't caring people, but some people can focus on their self and focus on the other person and be in a relationship. And I feel like that was something I was doing, but it obviously wasn't. I feel like, yeah, I'm the type of person, but I'm like this with a lot of people though, and this is something I've definitely been working on. And I just feel like I focus so much on other people that I don't take the time to sit down and self-reflect on myself and figure out where I'm lacking and where I can use help and what are my strengths. And someone asked me before, like, who am, like, like, I didn't know who I was, like, who am I, because I was always such a mama's girl. And then I have nephews who I'm so much in love with, and my sisters. I'm very close to my family, so I just feel like I never really took the time to sit down to figure out who I am, like who I am, me, not me attached to anybody versus mother, sisters, nephews, relationship wise, friend wise. I never just sat down and reflected on me, and I've been doing that for a while now. Like today makes 3 weeks since I've been like officially not talking to this person and stuff like that. So for the last 3 weeks, I know it's not long, but it's like I'm 28. For my 28 years of living, I've been focusing on everyone else and trying to fix other people and be there for other people, and I never really took time to focus on myself. So for 28 years, I've been doing that. So now that I do it, and I've been doing it for a while, I'm actually very proud of myself. But, that's something I feel like is very, very, very important. And I feel like my glasses is still crooked, you guys. And I really went and got them tightened. I don't know if it's this camera or what, but it's really irking my nerves. But I'm about to just take them off. But then if I take them off, I can't see, so whatever. But, what was I saying? Yeah, I just feel like that's something like I'm trying to focus on me. And I have a page. I wrote like, how many pages did I write today, you guys? I'm telling you, once I start writing, I just start writing 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I did 4 pages front and back. And they were just like how I felt today. And then I did at the top it say me. My real name is Chantel, and it says Chantel. And it's just like, and then the next page is self-reflection questions that I wrote, and there's only a few of them that I highlighted and that I want to just bring up. And but then I gave myself a month from today to be able, it's 11 questions, to be able to at least answer 3 or more of these questions. I think I have answers for some of them, but I don't want to just write something down off of like my feelings. I feel like I'm an emotional person, but such in a weird way. Like I will not show emotions, but I get so emotional over things, and I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. I don't know, but that's something I've definitely realized about myself. Like my emotions is all out of whack. Like I'm not emotional at all, and I'm just not. But at the same time, I get very emotional about things. So let's see. Question number 3 is one of them that I like. It said, what situation makes me feel terrible, and what situations, with an S, makes me feel terrible, and what do they have in common? I feel like that's something that's very, very important to me, and that's very, very important for me to be able to figure out those answers. This is a question I just liked also. What is working well in my life and then work today? Like as of today, but not today, but when I come approach these questions, what? Another one was question number 11, because it's 11 questions. What motivates me to make progress? I feel like, oh, sorry, it's not on my eye. What motivates me to make progress? I feel like that's a good one, but I feel like not a lot of things motivate me, but I feel like I motivate myself. Like my family motivates me. A better life motivates me. I want a better life. I feel like I don't have kids, but my future children motivates me, if that makes sense. I want to give them, I hate to say everything I didn't give, because I feel like I had really great parents. They gave me a lot of things, but I don't know, maybe I don't know what to say, but I want to give them what I have plus more. I want to give them a family. I want to give them a mom and a dad, and I don't want to I just want to give them a family, like a stable family, a happy place. I just want to make sure me and this person are before I just have a kid. Like that's just not something I want to do. I want to be financially stable. I don't want to be living check to check when I have my kids. I want to be in a safe environment, mentally, physically, emotionally. I want to be in a healthier I'm not saying that I'm not, but I want to be in a healthier state. Like I've been saying before, I've been doing ketos, as you guys know, and it's been going really, really good. I'll do another video on that later, because that one's really good. So I just want to make sure my future starts off on the right foot. So I feel like that's motivation in itself. Like I feel like from where I've come from and the things that I've been through, and like I'm already at a better place, and it can only get better from here. I'm right now mentally, I'm just not, but I'm in a better place than I was before, and that's just right there. A question I circled and I put a star by it said, if I had a magic wand, how would my life be better in 3 months? Now we're going to talk about that question a little bit. If I had a magic wand, how would my life be better in 3 months? Being honest with you guys, the only thing I probably, if I had a magic wand, would change is getting over this. Like, honestly, because I feel like I don't deserve it. I don't think anybody deserves to be heartbroken, but I don't deserve it. And I just feel like it is messing with my mind. Like today, I was sitting down doing homework, and I just couldn't get, how I'm feeling off of my mind. So something that normally would have taken me maybe 20-30 minutes to do, I read the story, and to answer like 2 questions would have taken me maybe 20-30 minutes to do, took me, no lie, you guys, like freaking 3 hours. And I got the answer right down there, but I was just so focused on other things. So then I've been reading something also, and one of my English classes, free writing. So to get everything off your brain, just sit down right now, whatever's on your brain, whatever you can, get that out your brain, and then focus on your things. So I did that. So after I remembered that, I did the free writing. I wrote down everything I felt in the journal, and then I was able to do the homework. But yeah, for 3 months from now, I would just be able to, I just would want to be in a better state mentally, emotionally, physically, like just out of this funk, just, in a way over it. Because it's just like, it's just a question I keep on asking myself, like, what do you get out of sitting in your feelings, mourning someone who's like, for what? Like, even if this person was mourning me too, why are you in your feelings mourning someone who didn't appreciate you when they had you, is what I keep on trying to tell myself. So yeah. And then another question that I did like is, what actions, if taken, would make me proud of myself regardless of the outcome? I feel like this is something I want to answer later, because right now a lot of things is based off of my breakup. So I feel like that would be like a base off of that, not my life, and reflect on myself. So that's something I definitely want to answer within the next month about myself. I feel like everything else like is about myself, and then that one would just be like, right now, and then the other one would be like now. So these are questions. It's gonna be a whole video later on. I'm gonna answer all 11 questions, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about them. But another thing I wanted to talk about a little bit also is, this is obviously gonna be another video, maybe a part 2, obviously, because we're already 18 minutes into it. So another thing I want to talk about is, like, I finally sat down and I said to myself, who am I? I've been asked that question, and for a while I didn't have an answer. And I can't sit here and say, oh, I have the exact answer, and this is who I am, and this is who I'm going to be. I really don't think anyone has, like, a definite answer, like, who am I? And the only reason why I feel like that is because the person you are today is not the person you're going to be in a week, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, in a month. Like, well, maybe those are a little shorter, but the person you are today is not the person you're going to be next month. It's not the person you're going to be in 2 months. You're not going to be that person in 3 months. Yeah, you are still going to have some of your qualities about yourself, but you are going to evolve. You are going to change. You are going to grow. You are going to learn new things, and you are going to be a different person. So I feel like the me now, and some of the things that I want to keep with myself is the things that I'm going to keep with myself, are the things that I will say. Like, I said me, which is Chantel. Chantel is someone who is kind. She loves her wholeheartedly. She's trustworthy. She's goofy. She's weird in her own way. I love to cook, and I love to clean. She loves doing her hair. As you guys can see, my hair is always done differently. I love getting dressed up, and I feel like this is something that I've been learning since I've been living alone. I'm actually learning to love to be by myself, to figure things out on my own, and be able to sit down and read a book, come home, make a pot of coffee, and write in my journal. Those are things like today. I went outside. I had my music playing. I went outside. I got a little patio set up right there, and I wrote in my journal. I sat outside for maybe 40 minutes. I wrote in my journal. I jotted down some things, and I looked up the self-reflection questions, and I went through the website, and I found these ones that I felt meant something to me, and I feel like that is something I'm learning also. I feel like this is something else too. Like, she's beautiful without all the extra. Like, I feel like for so long, being in relationships, I just felt like you had to get dressed up. You had to get, this and that. And not that I did it for other people, but in a way that I did. Where nowadays, I'll wear makeup when I go out because I feel like getting dressed up. But a lot of days I'm sitting just like this, no makeup. My hair's been in a ponytail. It has not been anything too crazy. It just really hasn't. Just been me just, learning me over. So it's like, it's not all the extra and added stuff. It's just not there. I'm not saying I won't do it, but I'm just enjoying the simple one. I feel like some of this stuff right here, though, I'm gonna leave out because it's really, like, personal. Yeah. But yeah, so that's some of the stuff, and those things that I said are the things that I want to keep with myself. Like, I'm always be me. I'm always gonna be goofy. I'm always gonna be weird in my own way. I'm always gonna be extra loving. I'm always gonna be funny. I'm always gonna be a loving person and loving wholeheartedly, because that's just who I am at my core. And I feel like I don't want this breakup to make me angry and make me bitter and make me be like, ugh, I'm done with men. Like, as of right now, I'm not really looking for no one. I just don't have time for that. And I feel like that's something I did, and that's something I learned. Jumping from one relationship to the next is never a good thing. I don't care what no one says. I've done it, guys. I don't get phone calls all day, and then as soon as I always come to do a video, someone's calling me. But that was my best friend. Me and her are gonna hang out. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying a little bit with that one. But yeah, I'm always gonna be who I am, and I'm learning to love who I am. And I just feel like, I was saying, I don't want this. I feel like a lot of women go through that. You break up and you become after numerous breakups, you become very angry because it's like, I'm such a good person and I'm putting all this positivity out into the world, and so it's acceptable to be frustrated, is what I'm telling myself, but not to be angry and not to be bitter. It's hard, but it's something I'm definitely learning, because me being bitter and being mad because something didn't go the way I planned it is only prolonging me from my greatness and meeting the man of my dreams and whatever, I don't know. But that's so far into the future. But yeah, so I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to be mad. I wish everybody nothing but the best, and it's weird. But I just wanted to get on a video and talk about this journal because it was really, really weird. Like, opening it and reading it was just like, it, in a way, even though the situations are very similar about how the breakups went and, this person doing what they did, even though they were so very similar, I've still grown so much. And that was so good to see, because it was like I was so focused. You guys, I wish I could read it, but I'm just not. Was so focused on this other person, and for so long I've been like so focused on what this person should be doing to make me feel more confident in this relationship, and because there were things that, but I feel like I've learned, that I gotta, focus on me a little bit and figure out what Chantel needs to do to, be a better partner, be a better friend, be a better woman, and not saying I'm not a good one, but but no, I've grown, and I'm gonna keep on growing, and I'm gonna keep on changing, and I don't hate him. I don't. I would be sitting here lying and saying that I did, because I don't. I don't know, you guys. It just wasn't what it was supposed to be. And I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. No, because if it was meant to be, it would have been. I'm one of those people that has time to just, much as I want to hold on, it's time to let it go. I'm trying, but yes, you guys, this is part 2. This is it's not a part 2. We're gonna say this is an update, and we're gonna have more of these updates, because I feel like, I don't care if nobody don't watch them, if people do watch them, it just feels good to be able to sit down and express how I'm feeling. And maybe I know there's someone out there going through the same thing, which is crazy, because I'm actually on like this app, you know, that tracks, you know, women things, and it's also a community tab. And a girl was saying something so very similar, but something so very different, about her and her boyfriend of like 4 years or something like that had just broken up. And like, it was so crazy to read her story, because I just was like, wow, like, you never know what someone else is going through. And then we like talk a little bit, because I wrote her, because I just felt like, you know, sometimes even though I'm going through something, somebody else needs to hear, you know, words of encouragement, and that helps. That just helps. So, you know, I talked to her a little bit, give her words of encouragement, and, you know, things like that. And it's always good to, even though you're going through stuff can always be worse, and you can always be going through worse things, and, you know, so that's just what it is. But I hope you guys like this update. I hope you guys watch it. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys, I will be back with more life updates. I will be back with more challenges. I will be back with more mukbangs, and I definitely will be back with Keto's update. I want to tell you guys about this little detox that I did first, so I will be back with that. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Love you.